So I'm back with another Superheaven tutorial, lesson, whatever you want to call it. This one's going to be, obviously, as you heard, for Crawl off of the Jaw record. And this is a tricky song as far as picking the chords out. So as long as you know the structure, which is very straightforward, you'll be able to figure it out once I show you the chords. It's not hard. It's just like actually figuring out what the chords are. They are a little bit strange. You're also gonna have to use your pinky, so if you're one of the people who doesn't do that a lot, sorry, you're gonna have to stretch it out here. Otherwise though, it's pretty straightforward. So we'll jump into it. First things first, we're in half step down, E flat standard. And basically you're running distortion the whole time. You can kind of pick your settings how you want them. Intro sounds like this. And you'll see there I played it a couple of different ways. I'm going to explain why. So I'm going to show you the way that they do it, which is probably the better way because it's more convenient. I'm just weird and like to use different ways of playing chords. So the first chord in there, it just starts off as an F sharp power chord, second fret of the low E, and then fourth fret of the A. But you're going to throw in the sixth fret of the D string. So you're going to actually want to use your index finger, then your middle finger, and then your pinky. The reason for this, because normally I would play it more like this without the middle finger, is because then the second chord you're just gonna put your middle or your ring finger on the low E, the fifth fret, because it goes to this chord. But you don't even have to take this finger off, you keep it. Those are the first two chords. And then when they go up the higher part, you're gonna do kind of like a bluesy thing here. You're gonna use your thumb to wrap around and mute that ninth fret of the low E. Open A, and that's why you're using your thumb because you want the A in there. And then I use my pinky and my index finger here. It's gonna be 11 on the D and 9 on the G. So altogether it's. And then you move it one half step or full step down, sorry, to 7, open, 9, 7. So it sounds like that's the shape of that chord, that whole climb up when they do that part of the song. So anyways, we'll get to that in a minute. And then you're gonna go to the verse. Okay, so the verse is essentially taking what I showed you for the intro and just you're palm muting it. So it's this first chord, second chord, first chord, and that keeps going. And then at the end of the verse, when they climb all the way down, so that's gonna be that same shape I showed you here, thumb and the low string. So it's 9th fret of the low E, open A, 9, 11. I'm sorry, 11, 9. So 9, open, 11, 9. 7, open, 9, 7. Then 4, open, 6, 4. And it sounds muddy there, but when you play it all together, it's. And then the very last one is 2, open, 4, 2. That's just the built into the chorus. So then, once you hit the chorus, it sounds like this. So the chorus is pretty easy, and it's just the 4 chords. The first one is going to be the 4th fret, low E, 4th fret A, and 6th fret D. And then you just switch that up to be 5, 4, 6. So that's the second chord of the intro. Then you go to the first chord of the intro, 4, 2, 6. Same shape, and you slide that up to 5, 7, 9. So altogether it's and then it just loops like 4 times. That's the chorus. For the second verse, it's gonna be like a ring out, and then it's gonna go into kind of like a interlude riff thing. So you kind of just ring on the first chord, the 2, 4, 6, and then they pick the 6, 4, and then there's like a riff that comes in and goes into like an interlude. So it's like, and they kind of ride on that for a while. So it's going to be the chords, the first 2 of the song. So 2, 4, 6, and then 6, 4. And then this one, it's the second chord of the song, 5, 4, 6 here. And then you're going to go 9 on the D string and 7 on the A. You kind of have to. And then they take those 2 chords and they just strum those for like the singing part of the bridge. Back and forth, and then that chorus comes back in where everyone drops out, and it's the. That's pretty much the whole thing, and that riff comes back towards the end of the song, but it's the same thing. So it's a really simple structure to the song. There's not a lot of parts. It's just those tricky chords. Keep in mind, I learned this by ear, so like I could be wrong on some of it. I'm not probably 100% right. Maybe you want to mute that A string in there. In that case, you can, oh, sorry, I'm cutting in and out. But essentially, you're gonna have to sit around, play it to the record, see how you like it. You dial in your own tones. I just have some kind of stock, thing I plugged in just for the sake of the lesson. But that's pretty much the whole song. Like I said, it's kind of a throwback to the style that they were using on their EPs. They're using a lot of these kind of dissonant chords, really unique shapes that you don't hear in a lot of their contemporaries, I should say, because they're kind of a standout of the quote unquote genre. A lot of the Pennsylvania bands they were playing with back then either leaned more pop punk or more like balance and composure and stuff like that. So they kind of have like a hybrid going on with the feel of the song versus the chords. But once you know what chords you're playing, you just practice it and it's pretty easy. So that's Crawl. I know I have to catch up on a few other ones. I have Selfish coming up and maybe one more. I'm gonna try to do more than just Superheaven, but that seems to kind of be what people want. So I don't mind that because it's a band I really like. And if you're going to see them this spring, let me know how it is, because I probably won't be able to unless they do something later in the year. So yeah, anyways, have a great one. Thanks for watching. Peace. And I'll see you all very soon. Later.